Tomorrow at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, a big meeting over the possibility of building affordable housing on that property. Previous talks were put on hold after the Fairgrounds Board felt betrayed, they say, by certain members of the Del Mar City Council. KUSI's Dan Plante joins us live from the Fairgrounds, and he's got the very latest for us. Hey, Dan.
Hello there, and all of this happens as Sandag, of course, about a week ago, voted on the 5 options, possible options, to move the tracks off the coast and to a different location. One of those options would have been a tunnel underneath the Del Mar Fairgrounds, but Sandag decided to bail on that particular option and go for the 5 others. So the city of Del Mar said, wait, not so fast. Why should we really take that off? Or at least one person at the city of Del Mar said, not so fast. Why would we take that option off the table? For a variety of reasons. Well, it is off the table. The city of Del Mar said, well, we're not going to vote on this if that's the case, and she abstained. The mayor of Del Mar abstained from the Sandag vote. I know this is complicated, but it all leads to basically a political schism that is happening between the city of Del Mar and the Del Mar Fairgrounds. I got a chance to catch up with one of the spokespeople out here at the Fairgrounds earlier today and let him lay out his side of the story on this deal. Take a look. Now that the train tracks will not likely be going into a tunnel under the Del Mar Fairgrounds, it appears the people who run the place are once again open to talking about affordable housing somewhere on the property.
It's not just any tunnel. That is a trench. That is a cut and cover trench. And before you cover, you have to cut. And that means cutting from the surface. And I think that has maybe been lost in this discussion, is that would absolutely... It's not just burrowing under and no one notices. It's digging from the surface through a wide expanse and leaving us unable to host the events and activities that we've hosted here since 1936.
Well, there has been talk of housing on the fairgrounds for many, many years. That talk was shut down last month after the city of Del Mar openly supported a rail alignment that could have gone into a tunnel under the fairgrounds. The Fairgrounds Board saw this as a betrayal and put a pause on any talks about housing.
The position that the city of Del Mar took was that anything that harmed the fairgrounds, they were against. Obviously, you heard the mayor of Del Mar taking a position counter to that. We also heard them taking a position to ask for a delay of this fully funded, long-planned project, that the only comprehensible reason for delaying that project is because they wanted to keep the tunnel in play.
But now that Sandag has voted to eliminate the tunnel under the fairgrounds, at least for now, it appears the city of Del Mar and the Fairgrounds Board could be working together again on a housing plan. A housing plan that is required by state law for every city in California.
No, we don't know yet. That's part of the negotiation process in terms of what it would look like. We know what the city of Del Mar's request of us is, which is to host 61 affordable housing units somewhere on our property. So we are assessing, one, does that work? Does that make sense for us? Does it make sense? You know, it's not an easy thing to figure out.
Even though the Del Mar Fairgrounds is home to dozens of events year-round, including the county fair and world-class horse racing, there is a lot of land out here, 340 acres to be exact. There was a real fear, however, that building a tunnel would directly impact the entire fairgrounds.
That means no fair, no horse racing, no events here, no business. And frankly, then what are we? We're not anything, and we can't provide housing.
Along with the potential for low-income housing out here, the Fairgrounds Board sees this as another opportunity. When and if these tracks are ever moved off the coast, they're hoping to build a seasonal platform on the fairgrounds during peak times. Not under the fairgrounds, but on the surface.
The platform will be right at the edge sort of our property right there, so kind of closer to us than the bridge is currently. And so that would allow people to come straight to the San Diego County Fair, straight to horse racing, straight to other events. It would be special events only. It's not going to stop there all the time.
All righty, back out here live at the fairgrounds. And by the way, the money is currently in the bank for that particular project, not only the bridge and trestle project, but the platform itself. And as he said, it would be a seasonal platform, so during the races, during concerts, during the fair, you could actually take the train to the Del Mar Fairgrounds, which would be pretty cool. So tomorrow is the meeting of the Agricultural District, 22nd Agricultural District, which is what this is. It's a state agency, essentially. And by the way, Del Mar Fairgrounds doesn't use actual tax money. They use the fees and the money that they raise from the events that are out here. So tomorrow, the big meeting, they will talk about whether to open negotiations with the city of Del Mar again on the housing, and they will talk about a variety of other things as well. And I'll leave you with this note, which is a little bit of a lighter-hearted note, and that is tomorrow, the fair will announce the musical lineup for the county fair. That's coming up pretty quickly here. So tomorrow we'll learn a variety of things, not only about the train tracks, but the music that's headed our way as well. And that's what we love the Del Mar Fairgrounds for, isn't it? Not for arguing over politics, but for out here having a good time. So that's what's happening, you guys. Throw it back to you.
Yes, indeed. That'll be fun, Dan, when we learn that information.